Welcome, everybody,
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know how Nitro constantly interrupts me when we start a game. It's just so easy to know when we're coming in.
Alright.
Good evening.
Sorry, I had to quickly realize that I still had loud storm sound playing in the background. Welcome, everybody, to this very awesome Pacific Rim one-shot. I am the GM for the night, Nitro Typehat. Playing the amazing Sky Steel is MzHartz. And playing her very high libidoed husband is... Thanks, Discord.
Discord?
Playing her very high libidoed husband is our very own Shiver Battery.
I resemble that remark.
Yep, sounds about right. Alright. So, we begin. It is probably later on in the evening. You've gone to town for a little while to take a break from the Shadow Dome that you spend a lot of time at. And you make your way back to the Shadow Dome where you are Jaeger pilots. Sorry, I'm trying to get my rain playing in the background. When you get there, you find that, like usual, it's raining. The rain is clattering down over the concrete and steel architecture that has been thrown together to house the giant robots that you guys use to protect humanity. Marshal Dustin Krieger meets you at the entrance. Mr. and Mrs. Steele, it's good to have you back. Enjoy your little time off?
It's Ms. Steele.
Of course, apologies.
Or Sergeant Steele.
You know me, sir. I just like being called John.
Your name's
Okay.
Jake.
Don't tell him that. I want to see if he remembers.
Oh.
Jake, I don't know what you're on about, but I don't think I ever do, so I guess it'll be alright. I'm quite busy at the moment with a lot of the higher-ups have me do it, but we just got a new JTech officer that I can have show you around the facility if you like. He's a little bit of a handful, but he grows on you.
Honey, what
I'm
do you
used to
think?
that.
Should we retire or should we have a look around first?
Let's have a look.
You make your way in, and around the corner, you meet a very eager and probably a little bit too hyperactive man in his mid-20s. He is wheelchair bound. It's the Steer couple. You guys pilot Ursa Raiden, right?
That's the plan. You remind me of someone I used to know in a past life. You don't do unsavory things with the Jaegers, do you?
No, why would anyone ever do that?
You'd be surprised what I've seen.
Anyway, my
You'd
name
be
is...
surprised what the Jaeger's seen.
That was a hell of a honeymoon.
Anyway, I'm Nicholas Schoenfeld. I'm the new chief JTech officer of the facility. I've been told to oversee both of the repairs on the Jaegers that we keep here. Did you know that they also have Horizon Brave here?
I heard
Yeah,
it was
those
recently
fucking
shipped in.
jackasses.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't know much about Horizon Brave. What What are the technical specs on it?
You know, the Horizon Brave is really awesome because it runs on a CCLO core nucleus, and it's known for its cryo cannons on its shoulders, and its special move is the Sub-Zero Sucker Punch.
So it's analog, not digital.
Well, right now all the Jaegers are digital. I can't even imagine having one run digitally.
It would be a very strange concept for a Jaeger to run digital. How does a Jaeger run digital?
I'm not sure. Anyway, I can show you guys to the hangar bay. We've actually got Ursa all docked up and making sure she's good and ready.
Let's make sure the bell's ready for the bow.
Oh, the Jaeger. Yes.
Jaeger. Yes.
You guys make your way into the main facility where there are a bunch of people stammering about, a lot of them with tools and supplies, many different cherry pickers that they use to get up to higher bits on the Jaegers. And you see 2 Jaegers in the bays. You see your very own Ursa Raiden, which I just realized I don't have an image to send you guys. And you see the Chinese Jaeger Horizon Brave.
That's Horizon Brave? What a hunk of junk.
I mean, it is a Mark 1.
You know, wasn't it part of a pair?
I mean, most Jaegers are part of pairs, but Horizon Brave moves around a lot, so it's often paired up with random teams.
Well, she's an ugly thing, but I'm sure she's solid enough, but look at Ursa. That's a hell of a mech. Jaeger.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of it too. I was actually one of the people that helped design its 98 BD hyper torque drivers.
All I need to know is how hard it can punch.
Decently hard. I mean, you've already had a few scuffles or at least one scuffle if I remember correctly. I think it was against a Category 2 hardship, I believe. You took it down with Romeo Brave. Romeo Blue, not Brave. Mixing up so many names.
Category 2s come and go. Hoping to get our hands on a good Category 4 one day. Don't tell the Marshal I said that. What do you think, Sweet Cheeks? Sorry.
Are you boys done geeking out yet?
Oh, nowhere near.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little late in the evening, but the Shadow Dome has its regular facilities, like a typical Chinese-style fight dojo, where you can train. There's bar, cafeteria, your own quarters, of course. It's up to you guys.
Could we take 20 minutes just to go to our quarters for I Spy?
20 minutes? That's it.
Well, I mean, we've got other important places to be. I didn't figure... I'm not sure how much I can answer this question on Twitch, to be honest with you, but I'm just thinking, you know... No, I can't say that. No, I can't say that.
Well, if it's...
Yeah, we should
I can't
take a little
say.
break.
Yeah, you can totally go to your quarters for the night. The movie moved along over a few days, so rather than everything happening in one day, it's going to span a few days.
If I remember correctly, I believe PPR invented the correct universal signage for what I'm aiming for of.
Yes, you go back to your quarters and you play Sudoku until the morning.
Oh, it's Nitro, but okay.
Yeah, the next
Put my
few days.
finger on who it was. Sorry.
The next few days go along, and you make it to the cafeteria at one point, and you notice that Nicholas is sitting there having lunch with a few other people in maintenance jumpsuits and whatnot. It looks like he's getting there kind of late, and as he sits his tray down, all but one of them get up and leave immediately, even though it doesn't look like their food's gone. And one stays until they finish their food and then gets up and leaves.
Poor dude looks like he could use some company.
You might be too much for him. Go on.
No, he just did that in Hong Kong. I mean, company and the cafeteria table. He doesn't look like he has many friends.
Yeah, I suppose it's a good idea to make friends with the maintenance crew. You go on ahead, I'll go and grab... Do you want anything to eat or drink?
Yeah, just give me the usual. You know what I like.
At 10 o'clock in the morning?
To eat.
I'm so sorry.
And
MzHartz.
coffee. Lots of coffee.
Okay. I'll wander over to the canteen and...
I'll go sit across from Nicholas. Hey, mind if I join you?
Miss Steele, yeah, sure. Yeah, I got to lunch a little bit late. I kind of get working on stuff and I forget what time of day it is. You probably get the gist.
Did you sleep last night?
What day is it?
It's Monday.
Yes. No. I think I got an hour. Maybe.
I would have expected as much. As long as you keep our mech Jaeger in top running condition.
Oh, no, of course, yeah.
Big Shiver.
I think that's why the other maintenance crew tend to not want to hang out, because I tend to ask for them to make some very strenuous changes very quickly. But we are prepping to make sure you guys are ready because, like Jake said earlier, or yesterday, Horizon Brave's getting old in its days and we're spending more time maintaining it than it is out in the field. So, if anything hits anytime soon, I don't know if it's going to be able to make it out there with you guys.
It looks like she's seen better days.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Wander over at this point. Present my charming, gorgeous, beautiful maintenance man a cup of coffee. And then present my wonderful, perfect wife with her coffee. So, what's going down? You were saying something about Horizon Brave?
yeah, the other team is spending so much time working on it that if anything hits the Anchorage line anytime soon, it's going to be a one Jaeger drop, and the kaiju just keep getting bigger and bigger. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Bigger they are, the harder they fall.
And that's a good mentality to have. But anyway, I've been going over I never really introduced myself much yesterday. I know I told you I'm head of JTech, but I figure I might go into a little bit of background. Like, actually, before the first kaiju showed up, I was second youngest to graduate MIT. I was actually working on how to grow or how to build artificial muscle strands when I decided to join the Jaeger Academy.
Artificial muscle strands. Have you adapted this for the Jaegers?
I've actually been working on it, yeah. I'm not really supposed to talk about it, but I can't help it. You know, Ursa was built, a few months back. Most Mark IIIs were made over the course of 2017, but now that we're halfway through the year, we've already started designs on Mark IVs for next year.
You funning me, boy? Mark IVs?
Yeah, there aren't any names or anything like that, but after we finish building the last of the Mark IIIs, we're gonna move over to them, and most of them might have some form of synthetic muscle strands in them.
Well, congrats. Our poor girl's gonna be obsolete already.
It's the unfortunate part about the timeline of everything. Well, anyway, if you want to explore around the facility some more, I'm probably just going to head back to my lab. Also, I totally forgot to introduce you yesterday. Go by Mr. Nakajima's office. He might have some interesting information for you. He's the lead K-Science officer here. He messes with all the gross, yucky bits.
Okay. Alright then, we'll do that. Thanks, Nikki, right?
Sure.
Thank you, Nicholas.
You're welcome. He makes his way out. Is there anything you'd like to do?
You want to go back to the quarters for a bit?
We just did that! Why do you think we're late for breakfast? We should go
Second
see this
breakfast?
Mr. Please let me finish my coffee first. We should go see this Mr. Nakajima?
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Do you know the way? I'm not very good with my sense of direction in these places. They all look the same.
Surely there's signs or something. We'll find it.
Yeah, you make your way, you find the K-Science office on one of the upper floors of the facility, kind of away from the riffraff of everything else. The door has a big sign on it that just says Stephen Nakajima.
Stephen Nakajima? That's a very interesting cross of a name there, isn't it?
Can we call him Steve?
Stephen with a
Say
PH, by
Nakajima
the way.
San, but now I don't know. The Nakajima is a hell of a mouthful, and I'm not going to have to. I'm not saying that every so often. I was thinking about just calling him Nakas.
Oh God, please don't.
Fine.
We don't need another incident like we had in Bangkok.
You know, my suspicions were aroused when she managed to parallel park on the first go.
When aren't you aroused? And I knock on the door.
After you.
You don't really get an answer, but the door is unlocked if you want to go in.
I'll open the door and allow my elegant, beautiful, slightly insulting wife to go first.
You enter in and you find a room that is very starkly different than everywhere else in this place. Because, I mean, like Jake said, this place, every Shadow Dome that is, looks the same. It's all steel pipes, concrete, quick construction type stuff. This lab is very clean and very neat. And there is a man in the back, just sitting in a chair working on, working over a table.
Sir? Sorry to bother you.
Sure. Can't you see I'm busy?
I've got a quick question, Mr. GM. What does this dude look like?
He's probably like a bit older, probably mid-30s, early 40s. Asian American descent. I was thinking
Right.
older than like Nicholas.
Dr. Nakajima, I presume.
Ah, finally somebody says it right. Yes, I am Dr. Nakajima. Now, is there any... As he's talking to you, he's not looking up from whatever he's working on. Is there something you need, or... I'm sort of busy at the moment.
Well, we just thought we'd check in. I wanted to ask you, actually, Nakajima, that's a very, historic name.
It's a family name. What of it?
Well, I know a bit about history, and I was just wondering if you might be related to the, famous engineer that designed the fighter planes in the Second World War.
No, actually, it was my grandfather. He wore rubber suits or something. I don't know. I didn't really care. Some TV show. Sorry, I should have elaborated on that more. I didn't realize how weird that sounded until I said it.
I'm gonna say rubber suit. Tell me more.
Is there anything you need? I'm working on something very important.
What are you working on? You seem to keep hinting at it, and I thought, well, we could just drag this out for a little bit and find out more about you personally. But I know what you doctors are like. You want to get straight down to business. So how are you?
Busy. Do you know anything about...
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Do you know anything about...
Have you had breakfast yet?
Coffee's all I need. Do you know anything about...
At which point I sip from my paper cup of coffee.
I can go and get you another coffee if you'd like.
That would actually be quite nice. Thank you. People tend to stay out of my lab because I like it quiet and clean in here.
But you're such a personable person. You simply ooze charisma.
Ah, very funny. Do you know anything about...
Does sound sarcastic. It's the accent, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not being sarcastic. If I was being sarcastic, you'd know I was being sarcastic. I'd say something like, I'm sure what you're working on is absolutely thoroughly fascinating.
Well, do you know anything about luciophores?
I'll go and get that coffee.
About damn time. As he walks out, I'll sit down next to the doctor. No, please. More.
I've noticed that a lot of the less bulky kaiju that have come through, and you realize he's been, like, has a giant, like, slab of tissue that's clearly nothing from this world on the table. I've noticed that a lot of the smaller kaiju have these things in their skin. They're called luciophores. They're primarily found in some fish and many cephalopods, but they're structural reflectors that produce like a white reflectiveness. They're what like octopi use to change patterns on their skin.
Oh, they glow.
Yes, but it's because it's biomechanical. It's quite interesting that there are so many similarities between things from our world and theirs.
I poke the lump that's on the table.
Please don't I like keeping everything in a proper place.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So, will this make them easier to hunt?
I'm not entirely sure. I could talk to that JTech fellow and see if he has any ideas, but I can't think of any myself. But they are surprisingly predictable in their behavior because they are made from the same dermal aggregates containing spherical lusosomes ranging in the diameter. I mean, most cephalopods they're only about 200 to 2,000 nanometers, but these are on a much larger scale.
Smiling and nodding.
I'm going to go back
So,
to
Nicholas is actually the one that sent us up here.
Oh, yes, the marshal's been very busy, so he put Nicholas in charge of making sure that all the pilots get to know everybody around here. At least the more important ones.
The more important people or the more important pilots?
Yeah, trivial. I don't really get why you guys want to make suicidal tendencies of getting into giant robots and fighting lizards just for the sake of humanity, but I'm glad I can help in some matter or form.
Frankly,
Back in at this point. So,
as you walk in, frankly, you're alive because of us.
Yes, and I'm very grateful.
I can tell.
I put the coffee in front of Dr. Nakajima and I go, there you go, Dr. Nakas. So,
Where's mine?
what is it you're working on?
You'll notice that when you set the coffee down, he picks it up and moves it to a spot on the desk that is perfectly aligned with everything else, but doesn't immediately take a drink from it.
You mentioned, shit, I can't even remember the word now.
I barely know how to pronounce it, and I have it written down in front of me.
It makes them glow.
Oh, the same thing that certain cephalopods have in our own oceans that make them reflect the light and even disguise themselves using refraction.
I
Oh,
see.
you smartass, you were listening in.
I may have hung around the door a little bit. I didn't, I mean, I know how to punch things. Got to make a good impression on Dr. Nakas.
I mean, all you Jaeger pilots are hot-headed, and I tend to like to stay by myself. It's much easier for me to do my work in here, but I'll keep researching this. If you want to go off and punch things, be my guest.
You just keep telling us how to make them easier to punch.
Right. Well, as long as I get to keep up my research. Would you like to head out?
Where's the coffee? Like, is his back turned to his coffee?
It's on the corner of it. Yeah. I would say he turned around to speak to you, so it's on the table behind him because he would have turned back around to keep working on his stuff.
Before leaving, I'll refill my cup with his coffee, put it back on his desk.
Okay.
Making sure it's in the exact same spot.
Mm-hmm. As you close the door to leave his office, you just hear from behind the door, "That bloody fool drank my coffee."
That's one of the reasons I adore you so much.
You should have gotten me a coffee
never
too.
even notice.
Like the cheer symbol with my coffee.
What places are available for us to fuck off to?
There's the main command center, like the one similar to the one in the movie. There's the dojo-ish area. the cafeteria, of course. A bit of like a social area with like a bar, and some stuff to, do to blow off some steam and whatnot.
Not at 10 a.m. Darling,
Okay.
should we build a dojo?
That's actually what I was thinking.
I thought it would be.
You make it to the dojo, and it's big enough that it can have multiple people sparring, and so there is one or two groups that are doing so, but there is an open area if you want to partake as well.
Should we spar? Should we watch the competition before we do so and then show them how it's meant to be done?
I like the latter idea. And I make my way around to the first group. Assuming that Jake is following.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm not saying that. I'm following.
Not that he's watching any of the sparring groups.
Yeah, you make it around. They're I'm not quite sure what the martial art is called, but they're sparring with bow staffs. In a fencing-like manner where they don't actually hit each other. They're just trying to get a hit in on each other. You said you wanted to watch a little bit and then partake? Okie dokes, you both have your character
Look for their
sheets.
weaknesses, that sort of thing.
Are these pilots or just different staff members that are sparring?
Some of them are kind of staff members that look like they're trying to, play the role of pilot, to kind of show that they could do it if they wanted to. Others look like they might be cadets that have made it over to the Shadow Dome.
So we can't identify anyone that's like the crew of Horizon Brave or anything.
Sure, why not? Yeah, there's a few, Chinese people over there because it's the Chinese crew for a Chinese Jaeger.
Are you gonna make me beat Chinese people up? Thanks. Okay. So
Well, you can fight each other, you can fight them.
I think that's the Horizon Brave crew.
They don't look that impressive.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Show them how it's done.
Yeah.
Alright, which one's going first?
I'll let him go first.
Oh fuck. Great. Okay.
Alright,
Well, I'm figuring you're the secret agent. I'm the special ops, so I'm probably more physically fit. So it'll be even more impressive if I come in and kick their ass.
It's not what you said last night, or this morning.
Oh, you love it when I kick your ass.
And you love it when I... Never mind, I can't say that.
Alright, do you have your character sheet up?
Yes.
Are you on the pilot tab?
Yes.
On the left-hand side, you can see your skill triggers.
Yes.
Can you give me a... I feel like take someone out is more apt, but I'll let you do either... Yeah, you're not physically punching him, so I'll let you do either assault or take someone out, and I know which one you're going to pick, because one's way higher than the other.
Eight.
8. You size this guy up, and you're like, I got this, and he immediately flips you onto the ground.
Motherfucker, that was amazing!
Stop
Do you
toying
learn how to
with
do
him.
that?
He looks at you because he can't really speak English that well, and I'm not doing an accent, but he holds up a finger and then a circle to kind of motion 1, 0. Do you want to go again?
I don't like this guy. Yeah, I do. Did you say he was Chinese, by the way?
Yeah. I'm scared to know what you're doing.
So I look up at the man and I say, Christ. Nikong nari zu lai de?
What does that mean?
Where did you learn to do that? And it was probably pronounced really horribly.
He looks at you very puzzled. And then he just points at his co-pilot.
I could take this knowledge and I could do something really stupid. Can I fight them both?
You're using that line way too early.
Okay.
Oh, it's going to be recurring, don't worry.
So this is going to be with a difficulty because you're trying to fight 2 people. So I believe on the top right of the character there's a you see difficulty and accuracy, diff and ac.
Mm-hmm.
If you highlight difficulty and then change the little drop down 0 to 1 and then make your roll, it'll do the math for you. Oh, no, you get your ass beat. They look at you very confused.
Just got a reroll. Can I use my reroll from Tina, please?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
To whoever isn't Shiver in this.
Why is
Oh,
this
mother.
Shiver?
Oh,
I remember that.
sorry, Tina. Unfortunately, in out of mech combat, I don't get to roll anything.
So I get the reroll?
No, I'll just keep it for later.
I guess that means I get the reroll.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, Sky, you for about 5 minutes, you watch your husband get way too cocky and then get his ass thoroughly handed to himself by 2 people.
Husband's an idiot. But at least he's good at one thing. After he's done, I pick him up, lead him out of the way.
I sure showed them.
Yes, you did, honey.
They proceed to
Grab my staff.
Okay.
Grab my staff and say, just one at a time, please.
So you want to take them on now?
Just one.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Alright, first off, give me a read a situation roll. Ooh, awesome. Alright, you still passed, but you didn't have to roll that with a oh, never mind, it says difficulty 0. Okay. Yeah, this guy, typical fight, you're both sizing each other up, and you kind of noticed that when he was fighting Jake, that when he swings with his right arm, he's got a bit of a hitch in his shoulder. You could probably use that to your advantage. And you go to attack him. Can you give me a take control with a +1 accuracy? Because you noticed the
How do I
hitch
do
in his
the-
shoulder.
How do I do the +1? Oh, do I do plus add? No.
No, do the top right corner, the little drop down with the 0 in it, change that to 1, and then click the ACC for accuracy, It'll highlight that.
Okay.
And then just click the
Okay.
little dice. Here. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. He goes to swing with his
Ultrasound Shiver.
right arm. And you immediately see where his shoulder catches. And you dip right under it, grab him from his lower legs, and flip him onto his back.
I'm just on the sidelines. Right?
From a hand. Back up.
He scoffs a little bit, reaches up, grabs your hand, and gets up. He gets ready to go again. What do you do?
I'll get ready to go again as well.
Alright, yeah, you can do another one with your +1 accuracy. No, I'm just laughing because the way the game works is the difficulty is literally 10 for practically everything, and I'm just laughing at how bad Shiv's roll.
He's still laughing at you.
Yeah, it's not as easy this time because I think he noticed what you latched onto last time, and you swing a few blows, but you end up with your bow staff hovering right over his head, signaling 1 point to your side. So now it is 2-0.
Yet again, I extend my hand to help him up.
Oh no, he's not down. You just caught him in check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I ready up to go again.
All right.
We go to 4, right?
No, it's 3. Best of 3.
3. Okay. Oh, so I've got 2, so I already got him.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, you're right. He, as soon as you pull your bow staff away, he looks at Jake and then bows very deeply.
I'll respectfully bow back.
Bowing to me?
No, he looked at you.
You got a side eye.
Yeah, you got a side eye. She got a bow.
Oh, I don't like that. I want to go on the other guy. Wait, no, let me rephrase that. I want to fight the other guy.
He looks very confused, but scoffs. Would you like the roll?
Yeah, I know I'm going to fail it, but, you know.
Hold on, let me see. Yeah, no, okay, yeah, just regular roll. Yeah,
More
you,
respectable than an A.
the guy kind of underestimates you a little bit this time and goes to go easy on you, and you get the upper hand. He looks a little disheveled with himself and stands back up and first stands upright, backs up a little bit, and gets ready to go again. Would you like to go again? You can call it there. You don't have to go to 3.
No, fuck it.
Okay.
Why am I doing this?
If you don't take him, I will.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a smile and a nod. Go into the ready position and do something incredibly insane. Probably fuck it. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, he's... You kind of caught him off guard because he thought, man, this guy is really cocky and way in over his head, and for the second time he wasn't watching out for it, and you get the upper hand and you get 2-0, meaning that you win.
I extend my hand up as well, out as well, and help him up. Give him another smile and a nod.
He looks very frustrated
Probably
with himself.
limped off.
Yeah, he looks very embarrassed with himself. Gets up off the ground, gives you a deep bow, and they walk out. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Shiver's gonna like this too much. To show off a little bit, before we walk out, I'll give Jake a kiss in front of everyone else, pointedly, before we walk out of the room.
They just start... Yeah, they just start murmuring something to each other in Japanese, and that's all you hear. Or Chinese, not Japanese, sorry.
Any.
Yeah.
They're not the same.
No, they're not. I just don't say Chinese as much as I say Japanese. And my brain got confused. Yeah, and that's all you hear as you walk out.
We are going to walk out, you know, around my beautiful, wonderful wife.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
most of this for the next few hours.
As you walk out, holding hands as lovely married couple, the intercom goes off in several languages, essentially saying, all Jaeger pilots, please come to the command center at once, and it just repeats that about 3 times.
Good, that's where I wanted to go next
Quarters
anyway.
first.
No, I don't want to be the last one there again.
Well, I thought you might want to be fashionably late. We don't want to seem too eager. How about we just walk slowly?
No, I want to know what's going on. Let's get there.
That sense of duty. All right.
Yeah, you make it up to the command center. Nicholas is there, and so is Marshal Krieger. Thank you for getting here at once, pilots. We've just had a breach in the portal, one of the largest size 3s we've ever seen. Nicholas has already gone and recorded its data. We actually didn't notice it at first because it breached, but we haven't figured out which direction it's gone yet. From the data, though, Nicholas has named it Mikage. It, like I said, biggest size 3 we've ever seen, and we're just confused at where it could even be. And then as he says that, alarms start going off. Cramp in my finger. Alarms start going off, and on the big view screen on the wall, a map of the nearby landscape pops up and shows you... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So I'm trying to give a handout, and my brain's forgetting how it works. Why is this not popping up anymore?
It's not how it works, Nitro.
Okay, that was weird. 1 second, everybody. That was really weird.
This kaiju is so big, it disrupted Nitro's connection to Discord.
It did.
Don't know why that requires a weird accent, but that's what
Yeah,
you
that
got.
was like half Aussie?
Yeah. Like, should I do Aussie? I don't know. I'll see what happens. I'll test the waters.
Non-committal Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, why is Roll20 not working? And then all of a sudden all my screens went black and Discord disconnected and reconnected. I'm gonna
That's how big this fucking size category 3 is.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Show 2 players. Show everybody. Alright, that map pops up showing that the kaiju is about to make landfall near Homer, Alaska, which is several miles from where you currently are, which is
Why
Anchorage.
does it look so cute?
It's
It
not
looks
gonna
so
look cute
cute,
when you
like
see
it
it.
should be a cracker. It's like a goldfish cracker. Or a gummy kaiju.
Sorry, what Tits just said in chat fucking tickled me. Sorry, I'm easily
Just
amused.
Megan. You're fine. Yeah, so that's where the kaiju is.
We have to save Homer.
I don't quite understand how the kaiju made it so close to land without anywhere being able to be notified.
Apparently it's not one of the glowing ones.
Guess not.
Nitro, what's the... Oh, fuck, what's the term?
What?
The last line of defense, the something mile?
The Miracle Mile?
Thank you. So it's breached a Miracle Mile already. How near to civilization is it?
Where it says Homer is a small town. So, probably a good 20 minutes until it reaches any civilized areas.
How soon can we drop and intercept?
We could get you suited up and dropped in hopefully that time.
Come on, babe. Let's go fuck shit up.
Okay, but after that we have to fight the kaiju.
Nicholas pipes
Kaiju
up.
first.
And sorry guys, but I was unfortunately right. You guys are going to be dropping solo.
We can take it.
How new is Ursa Raiden?
A few months old. You guys have got 1 kill on your record, so.
Let's make it 2.
Is this one so big it'll count as 2? So we can say we've got 3?
No, unfortunately not.
Well, it's time to see what Ursa can really do.
Alright, you guys head down to, or I should say head up to the suiting up station. The JTech officers that are there get you all suited up and hooked up to the system. You hear Nicholas's voice come over the intercom in your helmet. Guys, can you hear me all right?
What?
Cool. I'm going to be your low-sent officer for the drop. This is my first time, so I'm hope that I'll be as helpful as I can be. Are you guys ready to initiate neural handshake?
I love this bit. It's a bit where I feel like I can titty twist a tornado.
That's a new one on me, I'll be honest. Yeah, if you guys are ready, then I'll go ahead and initiate it. And if you've noticed, you should have a neural handshake roll on your character sheet. And because of your fight earlier, can you make that, or because you both won a fight earlier, can you do that with an accuracy, please?
The what one?
What? Question.
Yes.
I can't remember what we called it, but there was the thing where we're better connected.
Bonding.
Bonded,
Yes.
no, that doesn't
Does
come
that
into...
help us?
No, not this
Okay.
one.
So what was the accuracy?
1 accuracy. Yeah.
And neural handshake.
Oh.
Yeah, you close your eyes.
Chasing
And,
a rabbit.
you close your eyes and hundreds of images flash before your eyes, almost as if, you know, you're seeing the last of your life rush by. And then you realize that these aren't your memories, these are Jake's. And Jake, you notice that these are Sky's. The images become faster and faster, each one less like a movie and a slideshow and more like a memory as you feel instances of fleeting emotions and sounds or smells or feelings. Jake, you open your eyes again and you look down and you see your hand, and in the weird back part of your brain where you can kind of visualize stuff in 3D space, you see Ursa's hand. But Sky, when those images are passing through your mind, all of a sudden you hear a little girl crying. And then all of a sudden, you're not in the Jaeger anymore, you're in the middle of Rome. And all you know is you've got to run to wherever that little girl is.
Rosa, we gotta get Rosa.
Jake, you look over and realize that she's not doing the same thing you're doing, like what normally happens, and all of a sudden you close your eyes and open it back up and you see Sky as well, but not in her Jaeger suit or anything like that. She's back in Rome. You're in Rome. You're in your suit. But all she's doing is running, and you can hear the little girl crying as well.
Sky, can you hear me? Focus on my voice.
Sky, you hear Jake, but you're like, all you can think about is you have to save the little girl. You have to save the little girl. You can try and respond.
Come on, Jake. Just follow me. We gotta get to Rosa.
I will be, if she's running off, I'm going to try and follow her as best I can in these huge, creepy, clopping boots. It's like, Sky, this already happened. You're chasing the rabbit. You need to listen to my voice. Focus on me. This has already happened. This is just a memory. Don't lose yourself in the memory.
Sky, can you give me another drift check, please? A normal one.
Do I still have the +1?
Yeah, keep the +1 because Jake's there trying to help you. You realize, this happened already. Like, it's a weird feeling of deja vu. You realize this has all happened already, and this isn't real. And your eyes snap open again, and you're in the con pod with Jake, and you look down at your hand, and you two kind of see a faint memory of Jake's hand as he's looking down at his, and in the back of your head, you see the giant hand of Ursa also mirroring what you're doing.
Back with us now?
Yeah, let's get this shit done.
It happens.
Ursa...
We never decided on our neural handshake pose. What's our neural handshake pose?
He's talking about that thing where Gypsy, puts his...
Gypsy goes like that.
Yeah.
Well, we can't do that because we have Wolverine claws, right?
They're not out. They come out like you're... Yeah.
That's because of the card you gave me, FC.
We dab. No, we don't dab.
Oh my god.
Ursa, there's a little bit of...
Want a divorce?
There's a little bit of neural drift there in the handshake, but everything seems alright. Is everything okay?
Roger that, command. It's all fine now.
Alright. Well, we've got the helicopter spun up.
Ursa brings hands up, and you just see...
Outburst.
Okay. Yeah, it feels weird because you're strapped with your feet in your hands.
Oh, in.
You're strapped in with your arms and your legs, but all of a sudden you feel like you're just hanging in the middle of the air as the helicopters lift you up. And they bring you over to Homer, Alaska, to try and intercept anything over there.
Command, are we landing in the water or on the coast?
We can't get an exact reading on where the kaiju's going to make landfall, so we're going to put you on the coast.
Makes sense.
There can't be too many people on the coast up here. Should be safe.
Yeah, Homer's a
We
small
might get
town,
lucky
so...
and we might crush Sarah Palin.
Can we see her house from here?
I have no idea. Sorry, hold on. I'm just trying to get, Shoop. There we go. Alright. We got a battle map now.
So, Sky, I know you're in my head, but for the purposes of exposition, we need to keep our eyes open. Jaegers don't have, like, sensors, do they? You've got to still visually look around and shit, I assume.
Yeah, there's a tiny bit of sensors, but, just like the movie, kaiju always pick the wrong time to show up. There's a bit of a storm going on right now, and there's a lot of snow, and it's making visibility really difficult.
Hey, Sky? While we wait, snowball fight?
Who are we throwing it at?
Sandra Balin?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright, you should have control of that token, hopefully. You can actually place it anywhere on the coast that you would like. But for the time being, you're not seeing anything. You're not quite sure where the kaiju's at. Ursa, do you have any visual on what's going on?
Negative, Command. There's a whole lot of snow, a whole lot of water.
Alright, well, we'll keep the sensors going and let you know if we see anything. And at that moment, you might want to turn down your volume in Roll20 real quick. Okay. Because I'm going to play something.
Definitely,
And
Daddy.
you're looking around and you're trying to notice any type of movement other than snow and waves, and you hear off in the distance. You should be able to move that token, so for the time being, it is your turn, and if you look on Ursa's character sheet, on the mech tab, you both can move it up to the speed, and ignore a lot of the math on that character sheet, because that's just to help the thing calculate stuff. The numbers you want to look at are on the far right of that text block. So the one for speed is 3, so each of you on your turn can move up to 3 spaces.
I can't move it.
You can't move it? Oh no.
Yeah, I can't move it either. And
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure I understand what you're talking about anyway.
Okay.
Well, he's sorting that. Oh no. This kaiju's a Jimi Hendrix Experience fan.
What makes you say that?
Didn't you
I'm
hear the
regret
noise?
asking.
Ah, got it.
It sounded like a kaiju.
Sounded like a kaiju trying to do a guitar solo with its teeth.
Oh, God.
You will have known that the sound kind of originated somewhere, if you can see that, over in that direction.
So, Is this here? Is that land or is that water?
That is land. The water starts right about here.
I say we try and keep the water in front of us to prevent
Oh, I can move it now.
Meat Soggy getting the jump on us from behind.
Want to move to the east? West?
West.
West.
Oh, I can move now. So.
Yeah, you should be able to move it.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Is that 3?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Alright, now I've got to move stuff for my end. Unless you want to actively try to do something other than just look around, you still don't see quite anything yet.
I believe it's your turn, Sky.
So this little triangle in the middle, is that like water or is that land?
That's land.
That's land. Okay.
Looks like tundra kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a Jimi Hendrix fan, we could try blaring black metal over the loudspeakers. We all know that hippies are averse to black metal.
Wait now. You just want an excuse to play black metal.
Yes. One day.
Let's go out a little further, see if we can get a better look.
You read my mind.
Go figure.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I have everything up.
So I
Is
think
there-
this bit here, this area here, is that water too?
No, that's all land, because that's a...
That's all land as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's land too. Okay, I thought that was water. Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
wasn't
like...
sure, yeah.
It's weird gray, like sand of some kind.
Yes, so it's all tundra. It's a good excuse to play Tundra Leech. Just saying. For all the Hendrix bashing.
Is there anything you want to try and do to look for it? This is going to be kind of like...
What can we do?
Well, it's... Like Shiv asked, or Jake asked, sorry. You do have a bit of sensors, but they're... You know, they're not super powerful, like thermal vision or anything like that. So you can kind of use it as a way to scan a little bit better than just with your eyes.
Sky, I know what you're thinking, but this thing was able to evade command sensors and radar and LADAR and sonar. Ours aren't as powerful as commands. We may not be able to get a clear reading whatsoever.
Well, we gotta know something to shoot at.
I guess it's better than pissing in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Our Jaeger doesn't come with anything.
I knew we should have waited for the Mark IVs.
And all of this excitement that we'd been missing out on, what was that?
That came from right around here.
Where's here?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't see where here
Oh,
was.
I might be on the wrong layer. Hold on. I didn't know I had to be on the right layer to ping you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
If you have any ideas, just shout them out and I'll think of something to make you roll.
Try and catch its attention.
What weapons do we have?
Do you have the Ursa's character sheet up?
Yeah, but I don't understand anything on it.
Scroll down. Down at the bottom is all your weapons. They're kind of in little drop-down things.
Sir, I know, sir, I know,
yes,
sir, I know,
yes,
sir, I know.
Yes.
Sir, we can punch, we can kick. All fun. We've got great big extendable claws with, I think, fusion blades on them to cauterize the wound, to minimize loss of kaiju blood. We have I was going to say particle projectile cannon, but that's Battletech. But we have basically a particle projectile cannon. Plasma thrower jobber, which has got a fucking cool name called Stormcaster, which is fucking battle.
I got to play with the names because of the whole ride-in thing.
It's fucking brilliant. And Kaiju Buster missiles, which are designed to penetrate the Kaiju's skin and then explode on the inside of the Kaiju's body, again to minimize blood loss and do maximum damage. Maximum damage.
Where are you seeing all this?
It's on the
You have to go to the
sheet.
if you go to the mech tab on the top right.
Yeah, I'm on the
or top
mech
left.
tab, and there's a weapon 1, and there's a little triangle, but there's nothing in there.
There should be.
That's really quick because I can see you interacting with the sheet.
That was me.
Can you see where it
reacting.
closed? Oh.
This could be a roll 20 as we just try closing it and opening it again sometimes.
Yeah, I was hoping nothing weird would happen because I'm having you share a character sheet, but it might be a weird thing.
Yeah, of course, because it's your first time GMing, roll 20 is going to try and fuck you up.
Yarp.
And it's under my character sheet under mech, correct?
No. There's an Ursa rating
No.
character
Oh,
sheet.
okay. Okay. That's what I was doing. There we go. Now I can see stuff. Is it my turn? Have you gone yet, Sugar?
We're not really
Well,
in a
we will.
turn order at the moment because you haven't
Okay.
engaged in combat.
I am
Trying to attract
thinking.
attention.
Yeah, I'm thinking use Stormcaster in its general direction. See if it hits anything.
Okay.
Stormcast got ammo.
It doesn't have ammo, but you do have to take the time to charge it up to fire it. So rather than being able to, you can fire it once per turn essentially, whereas other things you can do twice per turn. You can fire and see if you hit it.
Yep, it's fire in its general direction.
Alright, can you, first of all, before you roll, can you roll me a 1d2, please?
Just roll. God, I don't even remember how to do that. Is it exclamation point?
It's /R 1d2 with a space in between.
Oops.
No, you can. Oh. Yeah, go ahead and do that again.
Yeah, because I I put S instead of.
Hmm.
I want to know what a D2 looks like in real life.
It's called a coin.
It's a penny.
Alright, yeah, you can fire the Stormcaster now.
Oh, I think okay.
Yeah,
did
the question I never thought about considering beforehand. Who's left and who's right? In the mech.
I'm always right.
Okay, so the right hand,
Yes.
the right hand starts to unfold, and the forearm kind of splits in half, and you see arcs of electricity going between it, almost like a pseudo railgun. But instead of a projectile firing out, it's just a very powerful lightning bolt, and it flies out into the snowy night, and it tears a hole through the blizzard. As you see, it lights up this guy for a quick second and actually hits him. And I've got my Chrome acted weird earlier, so I had to like reopen all my windows, and I got to find my combat encounter thing. You rolled a oof, nice. Alright, you rolled that, and you
What
did
this means.
how much damage? You rolled
You
a
hit him and it
17.
really fucking hurt.
Yeah, you rolled a 17. The gun has a range of 10, so that I don't know why they list that on there. And you did 4 energy damage and 2 burn. And it actually
Nice.
struck him right in the head.
Sick burns, guy.
So that goes down. And he takes 2 burn. Damn, okay. It reels back from the hit because you kind of got it in one of its eyes, and immediately got it like 50 windows up. It roars back at you. But as it reels back and the storm continues to fall down, it seemingly disappears again. But you kind of notice that as it disappears, its skin kind of, I don't know how to describe it. Its skin morphs and turns white as it does so. And if you want to see a better picture of this guy,
Is it one of the glowy ones?
It seems to be disguising itself like a cephalopod or octopus.
that's
Ooh, it's got a
the full
stinger.
picture. That's what you got a glimpse of. And now that you've actually hit it, can you, on the mech page, can you both roll me an agility roll, which is AGI? It should be next to the 2. Alright, Shiver, you rolled a 4 for initiative. And Sky, you rolled a 16.
Now Shiver knows what it's like when the dice don't like you.
So is Ursa now like kind of like a stroke victim, just sort of.
Well, since Ursa's
Left
both
side's
of
just
you,
completely useless.
yeah. It's more so that Sky does her moves first, and then you go, oh right, I'm here, and then you take your move.
We had to roll for that. I would have told her to go first if she hadn't have said I'm going first anyway.
Well, I had you roll so I could figure out when I get to hit you with the kaiju.
Oh shit.
Hold on, I'm trying to. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so that's.
The Sky. Do you want to go charging in?
I
Should we keep
forgot
him at
one.
range for a bit?
You know I prefer it at range.
Juggling like 50 things right now, and I keep forgetting. I need to turn the music on.
Yeah, but if this bastard's going to keep disappearing, it's going to be harder to try and hit if we can't see it. At least if we're close, we can grab it by its throat, slam it down onto the floor, then do a gorilla press on it and finish the move.
Is that what you did last night?
No, that was the funky spider.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that one.
Alright. So you actually got lucky. You rolled higher than one of its moves.
Yeah,
So
higher than one.
you're looking around, you're like, alright, I hit it, it's here, but where is it? And you guys are searching around in the snow, trying to figure out where this thing went to, when all of a sudden a great big like object comes barreling through the snow and hits you across the shoulder, just in time for you to realize that it's this thing's tail, and I definitely hit. And I deal 5 damage, so your health is 24 out of 24, so just subtract 5 from that. Ignore the +5, that's not part of it. I gave you guys a system that gives you 5 health.
Oh, okay, I see it.
I can't modify the 24, so I had to put +5. And then... that was... Yeah, and then I think it is Jake's turn.
So this thing's visible, I take it.
No. You're not... It's next to you, but you don't know where.
Okay, what types of vision overlays can I bring up? Can I bring up a thermo layer or something?
No, not really a thermo. Do you say that out loud?
Yes. For the purposes of exposition.
You say that out loud, and you kind of forget that he's there because he doesn't talk much. But Nicholas pops up again. That thing is like almost practically invisible, right? Like it's using some kind of camouflage?
Yep, we forgot you were there. Yes.
What if... He pauses for a second to think. That thing that Dr. Nakajima was working on, what if you know, I can do it from here, and all of a sudden your vision kind of goes wild as he starts fiddling with the light spectrum that the sensors are trying to look for. And
okay, that'll say image enhancement engaged.
No, you
Lord, man, you're giving me a headache.
and then as it's shifting through different, you know, visual light spectrums, all of a sudden a very, very bright silhouette of a kaiju appears next to you.
Got this. Just
Oh God, hit it!
Yeah, I want to retract the completely legally different Wolverine claws.
Yeah, you haven't, the Stormcaster's on the right arm, so you can deploy the left arm claws. And you see the plates on the back of the hand shift around a bit, and these segmented pieces of metal come out, segmented almost like you would see like a box cutter blade, so that way you can just break off the blade to, instead of having to sharpen it. Come out, and then as soon as they come out, the edge that's the sharp end, you see starts heating up and glowing a bright red. And yeah, you can attack with the claws.
Yeah, I'm going in with the claws.
Okay.
Shift do good?
I'm trying to
Over
see.
10?
Yeah, you definitely hit. And you do 4
See, the
connect.
trick is using the pointy end first. I think you'll be on my right. Using the pointy end first.
And also,
If we weren't neurally connected, I would smack you.
can later.
The claws are a quick action, and you get 2 quick actions per turn.
One blush to MzHartz.
So you got a quick. So he gets another quick action.
Yeah, he can attack at the end if he wants. Alright.
Can I use the bear claws again?
Yeah, it's a quick action, so...
Okay. I want to try and eviscerate this weird bastard thing and stab him in the eyes.
Okay. That's essentially... This system isn't in Lancer, but I because kaiju are different, I added a bit of like a called shot system. So you can definitely try and hit it directly in the head, but more likely if you don't hit it, you're gonna miss rather than still hit something else.
Fuck it. Yeah. I'm going
Okay.
for the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to rip out its optics. Or not.
Nope. You go to swing to catch it in the head, and it leans out of the way, and the claws just go swiping through the snow.
Swiping through the snow against a kaiju now.
Alright, so now it's going to go again. Also, do you want to move any? Because you can still move on your turn.
That tail is
okay.
longer than the move.
Yeah, just thought I'd ask. Alright, he's going to...
Yeah, but it's not the longest thing you've seen.
As it sees you barely miss its head, you missed it by a large margin. As you miss its head, it also puts a claw up and tries to swipe at your body. And that is... Alright, no, that doesn't matter. Okay. That is 8 damage that you take.
18?
8.
Oh.
One single digit. And to let you know, the way Lancer works is when you hit 0 HP, you take a structure damage and your HP goes back up to full. So you have like 4 times the amount of health that you actually have written there. But every time you get down to a quarter of it, something bad might happen.
Lose an arm or a leg or something.
Exactly. Alright, Sky, that is your turn.
Okay, this thing is pissing me off. So I want to unleash the Kaiju Busters at it.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that in one turn. It's a full action, so you only get to do it once, but you can definitely attempt to.
We can see it right now, right?
Yeah.
It's close enough to see. Okay.
Got to do that awkward thing where in the movie, if you ruin your sense of immersion, you realise that 2 fully grown men are standing on a stage set going, "Ah!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
A 9. Wait. Oh wow. Yeah, you fire the
good?
missiles out. No, I was just surprised because I was having you roll against a lower number since you can see it now. And I thought you might have still hit, but you didn't, unfortunately. You fire off the missiles, and in a very unrealistic and anime style, they go all in different directions, but instead of converging on the same point, they kind of just hit the snow around, and it takes notice and roars again at you.
We do the war horns back at it.
Yeah, we have war horns, right?
Yeah, you can do. I don't have anything for that because I didn't think about it.
We specifically asked!
Yeah!
Well, I mean, I didn't think to actually make a sound effect. I was like, yeah, you have war
where's my
horns.
kazoo?
There's no systematic feature for them, but all right. So what hasn't gone yet? That hasn't gone yet. Nope. Nope. Okay. It has no effects that. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that'll definitely do something. And that hits. So you take 10 damage. I'm sorry, I'm rolling decently, and I don't normally. Yeah, that 10 damage, it from the missiles, it lunges forward and kind of bites at your arm, and its teeth tear the armor plating up a bit. You see scratches all along the outer hull now. And unfortunately, because of reasons, it goes again. Which one? Yeah, that one went first. Okay, yeah, just... as it bites you, it tries to swing around and trip you with its tail, and it misses. Sky, or Jake, it's your turn now.
Would it count as a cool shot if I want to grab that tail?
I'm
talking about the kaiju specifically.
Right. No. Let me
Got
check.
one wall now.
Yeah, hold on one second. I need to remind myself of... Yeah, no, you can totally do that. I'm totally missing... There it is. Grapple. Yeah, grapple's actually a quick action too, so... Yeah, can you make I'd say a hold check for me?
Oh, motherfucker.
Why'd you make Shiver roll that?
Right?
Because it's his turn. Yeah, no, you go to reach for its tail, but it completely whiff it. That was a quick action though, so you do have one more. You can attack with anything that is labeled as a quick action.
I would like to apply fist to face, please.
That doesn't work inside the Jaeger.
I know, but it's just the fact that it's called apply fist to face. I love that. I'm using that more in casual conversation.
It's great. You've still got your bear claws out.
Yeah, alright. I will apply claws to face.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll those.
See how bad this goes. Apparently it's not. Oh no, there it goes.
Oh,
Oh
nice.
yeah!
Yeah, you're like, oh, fucking hate this thing, and you're mad at yourself because you missed the head, or hitting it in the head earlier, and you just full on sucker punch this thing with Wolverine claws. And,
Legally distinct from Wolverine claws.
well, your bear claws.
They're
Sorry.
called bear claws,
Yeah.
which is also a donut.
Sorry, I just looked at chat.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. Riker
you
says hi.
You definitely hit that thing in the head and did how much damage? 7 armor piercing damage. Yeah. You structure this. You structured the thing, which means I have to roll d6. I'll roll. The middle claw on your bear claws goes right through this thing's left eye, and it reels back and roars in pain, but it's still alive. It's pretty hurt though.
Good.
Now, in absolute frustration, the claws come up again and try and take a swipe. Oh yeah, without having to apply anything else to that definitely hits. You take another 8 damage. So set it back to 24. Yeah. And on those 3 bars in the top left, tick it up to 1 structure damage.
Oh, thank you.
And
so we're at 24, not 24 minus 7?
Oh, actually, yeah, it would be minus 7, yeah. Thank you for that.
Society, you won!
Can you both roll me a d6? Roll.
Trusting roll 20.
Yeah, if you want to use physical dice, I can tell you what number to add.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're not adding anything to this one. I'm just saying if you... Sorry.
1.
Okay.
I rolled a 6. We don't need that left arm.
Oh my god. Fist to Face Gaming. What an incredible name. I told you I was going to use apply fist to face more often, and now I can. Sorry.
Alright, can you choose one system? It could be a weapon or, I mean, not punch kick, that's too generic, but one weapon or system that you lose until the end of this fight.
Kaiju Busters.
Okay.
Or I'm happy to use Bear Claws if you want.
Yeah, and then you'd have to... I mean, no, the Kaiju Busters are fine.
I was actually thinking maybe the Stormcaster.
No. No, 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 no.
Okay.
No.
Then the Kaiju Busters.
Okay. Let's get rid of the Kaiju Bust. Those.
Oh yeah, okay, I see, because the Kaiju Buster is just 1d3. Yeah, Kaiju Busters.
I forgot to do a thing on my end. Oh well. Okay. It's slightly more hurt than it was before.
Hurrah! Deserves it.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you don't have to do anything to the Kaiju Busters, but you should know that you can't use it for the rest of the fight. That was Jake's turn, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Tell because it went badly.
It is going to... It's going to swipe at you with its tail again. Why do I keep rolling so well?
If it's swiping at our tail, war horns.
You take 7 more damage. And can both of you do a hull save for me?
Sorry, what save?
A hull save, H-U-L. I don't know why they don't just make it. Oh, okay, yeah, you're fine. It attempts to wrap its tail around you and oh, hold on. There's so many numbers in this. Oh, yeah, no, you're still good. Okay. I thought that you were gonna have to be the 10, and I forgot that you had to be the different number. But Sky, you rolled just high enough, so it tries to wrap its tail around you and pull you in towards it in an attempt to grapple you, but it does not succeed. Sky, it is your turn.
I would like to use the Stormcaster.
Okie doke. You are fully allowed to. Oh, I totally forgot. Sorry, I totally forgot about something. I forgot that the Stormcaster makes you gain 2 heat, so he should be at 4 at the moment. He's kind of like the opposite of health, where it goes up, and once it reaches the top, you take a core stress damage, because you're kind of overheating a little bit. So you're at 4 out of 8, and the coolant systems on the mech systems has something under it that you can use to fix that if you wish. But it does take, I think, can't remember if it's a, oh no, it's a quick action. Alright, yeah, you attempt to fire off the Stormcaster, the arcing electricity building up, and then the Thunderbolt goes through the air and goes wide as the Kaiju kind of pushes your arm up and out of the way before it can fire off. It's
gonna try it one more time.
No, that was a full action.
Oh!
Nice. And that was a full action, so unless you want to attempt to back up away from it or anything. No, okay. So,
real quick and dirty edit on a warhorn there, by the way.
Yeah. Finally! I don't know why I'm cheering so loud about missing, but, you know. Yeah, it goes to bite you again, and it misses. Jake, what would you like to do?
I believe, can I retract the blades?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a
It's a free action,
quickly
yeah.
do without... Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And in honor of Fist to Face Gaming, who just followed us, thank you, I would like to apply Fist to Face.
I'm guessing punch kick.
Without?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it. Ooh, is that... Were you calling that shot?
No.
Okay.
No, I was just saying apply Fist to Face in honor of our new follower.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely hit. You do 3 damage. You do 2.
Woohoo! A whole 3 damage!
All right.
A whole
You-
3 damage, followed up with a...
He's making up for it.
You take
Shiver
your...
is literally tooting his own horn.
You take
You've
your
got a
your
headache,
hand.
I've got to now.
Nicholas's fault.
You take
Put
your
you in
hand
a
and you,
wheelchair, Nick. Oh, wait.
you give him a nice punch in the ribs. He reels back from it, but not much. It wasn't a heavy hit. And then it's going to immediately retaliate. And
Oh, it's a retaliate?
oh, no, you're good. Yeah, no, it's a quick action. You can still go. My bad.
Just for flavor purposes,
Mhm.
I want to bring the fists together and do a haymaker.
No, it's more like a fist than a gun, but yeah, you can totally do that. Yeah, go for it. Ooh, nice. Oh,
I missed,
I like-
didn't I, with a 4?
yeah, I looked at the damage and saw the green and got excited. Yeah, you put your arms up, and right as you went to go to bring it down, the joints kind of lock up as the armor shifts to help give more of a rigid hit as you bring your arms down. And it's fast for how big it is, and it just side swipes and moves out of the way. And now it is going to... this could hit still. Nope. It's going to try and stab you with its little stinger on its tail. And you simply just sidestep a little bit and it goes under the arm. Barely grazing you. Sky, it is your turn.
I can use the Stormcaster every turn, right?
Yeah.
Fuck it, we're
Uh,
doing it again.
Yeah, the only downside to doing that is you gain heat.
There's that heat.
Yeah.
And I can't do that
Well,
and
yes.
cool down at
We're
the
in the
same
middle
time.
of the snow. Surely it's fine if we duck and roll.
And we're at 4 right now, and it goes up by 2.
It goes up by 2, yeah. You can gain another quick action during your turn by overcharging. But every time you overcharge meter goes up, and as it goes up, you take more and more heat every time you do it. So if you overcharge now, you take 1 heat, and then D3 if you do it again,
Heat the
so on and so
purpose.
forth.
I
Yeah.
do like the idea of my wife being in heat, though.
So
There's
we're
an eye roll.
currently there's an eye roll. You get credit for that eye roll. So we're currently at 4 heat,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes up by 2,
Mm-hmm.
and the limit is 8.
Yeah. Once
Yeah,
you
I'm
reach
doing it.
8, it'll go back down to 0, and I'll have you roll another D6 as your core stress goes up by 1.
Yeah, I'm doing Stormcaster again.
Okay. Ooh, nice. What does that hit? That hits that, which is good. Only do 3 damage. And apply another 2 burn. Which it immediately takes... Oh, it's not the right die, I'm an idiot. Yeah, okay. You hit it in the head again. And it reels back, and it looks very dazed. It could go down in another hit. but you will need to hit it in the head. It does look like it's stammering a bit, so the next attack will probably have an accuracy to it.
You know what this needs?
Miracles.
Yeah, Shiv, you really need to move away from that harbor. Alright. Is there anything
Where
cool
else am I going to get cargo pants?
Is there anything else cool I can do before you kill this thing?
Don't worry about it being killed. If it's my role, it's fine for another 2 days.
It's
hey,
actually,
Howard
now that it's as hurt as it is, what turn is it? It's that turn. It can move. Where's its movement? How isn't it showing its movement on here? Oh, okay, I see it. Got it. It's going to... attempt backing up, which if you would like, you can use your reaction. One of you can. Overwatch, if you have a range, or every space around you, if an enemy walks in or out of it, it can prompt a quick action from one of you if you wish.
Is there a roll involved?
Yeah, you'd be attacking it.
Sky, you got this?
It would
I'll hit
have
it with the
to...
bear claws. Oh, no. No, it's not close enough.
Well, I mean, you would attack it before it moved. Yeah, I'll say that, yeah, you can attack it with bear claws. Oh, nice.
That's how you use bear claws.
Yeah, it goes to run away, and as soon as it goes to move, you hit the button and the Stormcaster immediately forms back into a hand, and then you clench your fists and the walls pop out as the AI system says, "Bear claws deployed." Because I've been forgetting to do that. And you just clothesline it with the claws. And it falls over onto its back and then onto its side. And it dies.
I've known you'd be better with the claws than I was.
Yeah, you still have scars from that, don't you?
We can recreate it later if you want.
We need some celebration.
Ursa, we've got Kaiju death confirmed. How are you holding up?
Fine.
It's stiff at the moment, but we'll work that out later.
A little bit too much
Always at the most
information, but
inappropriate times.
glad to know that you made it out safe and sound. We'll send helicopters to pick you up right away. And with that...
Tell them to take
RJ's
the scenic route.
Yeah, where's the victory warhorn?
Oh, God almighty. Now you want the warhorn, then you don't.
RJ's request.
I didn't have that plan. Whoops.
Oh, no, I can't hear Nitro.
What?
Oh.
I was like, what do you mean you
Funny,
can't
'cause
hear
all I can hear right now is the Pacific Rim theme in my head.
So, that brings us out of combat. Yeah, the helicopters come pick you up, bring you back to Shadow Dome. first person out of the con pod that greets you is Marshal Krieger. Nice job, Ursa. You took another one down. Well, add another one onto the board. And he smacks the side of the hull, or the head, I guess, that you're climbing out of, and there's a spray painted kaiju head on there, but only one of them. He goes, we'll put a second one on there.
Gonna be running out of space on there pretty soon, sir.
Let's hope you're right. Is there anywhere you want to head immediately, or do you want to call it a night and see where the morrow brings you?
Is there a tattoo artist in this compound?
Oh yeah. Why not?
I would like to go see the tattoo artist and get another kaiju head tattooed on my butt.
I'm watching vigorously.
Of course you are.
Sorry, I'm just trying to... Where my tabs go?
And then we're retiring to our quarters for an evening of doing the funky gibbon. It's always going to be the funky.
Oh, it's not a spider.
Yeah.
This is only the second fast card. The same as what's on the hull.
One day, you should see what she's going to do for the breach tattoo.
It's already there.
Yeah, a few days
Hey,
go
Sky,
by.
you got something coming into your breach. Another eye roll for Shiv.
Yeah, a couple days go by. It's typical, you know. They don't. The kaiju are coming in probably monthly at this point, I'd imagine. So life kind of goes on around the Shadow Dome. Then it's like early summer, right? Or I say midsummer-ish. The marshal comes to you at one point. You two, did you know that they're about to unveil a new Shadow Dome down in Los Angeles?
In Los Angeles? Why so far away?
Well, it's the gap in the bridge because we have a Shadow Dome up here in Anchorage and one down in Panama City, but there's nothing really to protect between the two. It's the largest gap between Shadow Domes that the Pan-Pacific Defense Force has.
So it's going to improve the response times, but how about filling it out with mechs? Where are they going to go? Jaegers, where are they going to come from?
That's actually why I came to you. They're actually going to bring in Romeo Blue, which I know you two are familiar with, and they were hoping to move Ursa down to Los Angeles.
LA.
Exactly LA types.
Well, I figure it'd be better than the snow dreariness that's Anchorage.
Kinda
Yeah,
liked it,
it's
sir.
keeping warm.
Give that.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think it's really up to the pilots on whether or not you're staying or leaving. So, I was hoping that you guys would be excited, but sorry that you're not.
What other pilots are being stationed there, do you know, sir?
I forgot my notes.
Sir, sir.
I forgot I had notes and I didn't reopen them after my computer crashed.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Was the
Well-
sweet little repair guy coming?
Yeah, we're sending Nicholas and I mean, I don't know how much more help he's going to be to you, but we're sending
How are you
Nakajima
getting
as
him there?
well.
You're going to put him behind a train and just have him pushed along?
No, he specifically described being airlifted like a Jaeger, but I don't think that anybody would be comfortable with doing that.
He does seem the type.
But you're asking other about what other teams are going to be there. Romeo Blue's going to be there, and you know, the twins are that piloted are definitely stationed there. I mean, you've met them before. You took down Hardship on the Miracle Mile with them. You know, Bruce and Trevin Gage.
Honey, does that sound familiar to you? You know what my memory's like with names.
Who does it?
I mean, you don't have to personally know them or remember much about them, but you do realize that you have worked together before.
Yeah, I think we worked together before.
I don't remember much about them. They probably weren't that impressive.
Well, they are twins.
Where's Coyote Tango these days?
Coyote Tango's stationed over in Tokyo right now, but I hear that Pentecost might be at the Shadow Dome opening, even though he's with that Jaeger at the moment. Or wait, no, hold on a second. Coyote Tango's retired. I'm an idiot.
Is he retired at this point?
Yeah, the fight that Stacker had was in late 2015, I believe. So it's been about 2 years.
Well, will Pentecost be there?
I don't know if you're going to be able to talk to him, but he should be there. He's kind of in charge of most of the Shadow Domes, but it's rare that he leaves Hong Kong.
I would dearly like to shake his hand, although I hear he's quite averse to physical touch.
Yeah, he doesn't like when people touch him.
I've heard he absolutely does not like it when people touch him.
But yeah, we can send. I mean, I'll be joining you as well. The Anchorage being where the proving grounds are and whatnot is probably the one Shadow Dome that has the most traffic as new recruits and cadets make their way to being Jaeger pilots. That's why we're sending Nicholas and Dr. Nakajima with you. Is we've got two up and coming JTech and Case Science officers. One of them's even the Jaeger program founder's son. What's the name? I don't remember the guy's name. He liked being called Dr. Gottlieb. He was very formal.
While I have you here, sir, that last kaiju we encountered was able to camouflage itself, so it was much harder to detect.
Yeah, it's worrying to say the least. I know that a lot of the kaiju have been kind of adapting to our, defenses and whatnot, but I've never seen one with a capability like that. I was worried they were just going to keep getting bigger.
Is the PPDC looking into how our Jaegers can be advanced so we're always one step ahead?
Oh, I'm hoping that, young people like Nicholas are doing that. I know he's worked mostly on the Mark III program, and now he's moved on to the up-and-coming Mark IV program. In fact, we got the last of the Mark IIIs in today, and he points up, and you'll see Gypsy Danger is now in the hangar. No pilots yet, but we see two promising cadets are kind of set out to become the new duo for this guy. I think we're calling it Gypsy Danger. Don't know how they come up with these things.
That's a fairly offensive name.
Really?
Romany Wanderer might have been better.
I just think about an old World War II engine. I think it was called a Gypsy Danger. Maybe that's where they get it from.
It's Gypsy Danger. Kind of reminds me of John Wayne.
You and your references.
Anyway, I'm sure that the young doctor, is it Dr. Nick? Dr. Nick! Sorry, is it Dr. Nick? Or Professor Nick?
I mean, he's got a PhD from MIT, but I don't really think he's much the type to be called doctor.
I'm sure he can think fast enough on his feet.
He'd appreciate that, too. I'm kind of glad that you were the ones to get him, because I think he needed a group like you in his circle. He's
Circle? What? Is one of his wheels broken?
Alright, well,
I don't think he has much of a circle.
Well, I've got to get off to talk to Secretary General. He's got something that he needs to talk about coming straight from the UN. Stuff from them is never good. They never once liked the Jaeger program.
We're our last line of defense and our only defense. But I suppose I'd better go and see how Sky's tattoo's healing and then get off.
Alright, well, I'll see you around.
Sir.
Is there anything in particular you would like to do before we move to Los Angeles?
Yes, but I don't think I can say those things on Twitch.
And it's a TTRPG, we just fade to black.
Oh, I am leading this fucking eye roll competition. Has Dr. Nakajima and Dr. Nick, are they fucked off already, or might we be able to find them?
You might be able to find Nicholas, yeah.
Wander down to the cafeteria looking for him. No, the bar. He'd be in the bar at this point.
Yeah, as you make your way through the facility, you see some of the JTech mechanics that kind of got it from that table. One of them goes to pass by you in the hallway, and stops you. Hey, Jake, is it right? Sorry, I'm always in the hangar. I never know. Never get to talk to the pilots that much.
Yes, it's Jake, and this is my perfect wife, Sky.
Well, it's nice to meet you both. Hey, if you ever want to come hang out with the group or the crew, we're more than happy to have you. I mean, it's much better than hanging out with Nicholas all the time, man. He's pushy and annoying and has us doing work all the time. God, can't believe they even let him have this job.
Well, he usually is the pushy, yes. Not the pusher.
Well, I noticed that he kind of latched on to you two really quick. But if you want to hang out, or if you don't want to hang out with that loser and you want to come hang out with us, you're more than welcome.
Trust the mechanics that know how to get their work done. I walk away.
Oh, what's she all
I think
uppity
Sky
about?
and I think Sky and I know each other well enough that we would both want to go and talk to Dr. Nick, but we also know it's never a good idea to piss off the mechanics. So wonderful wife is going to go and see Nick, and I'll stay
You're
with the
leaving?
mechanics.
I don't need to deal with these mechanics anymore.
Well, as Sky, as you walk, say that and walk away, and Jake, you're still standing there. The guy just kind of looks a little confused. What's she all uppity for?
Tattoos healing still.
Tattoo.
Maybe I'll tell you over a round of coffee, but
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Just remember, if you don't want to hang out with that prick, come hang out with us.
going off you more and more with every word you say.
Hey, I'm just trying. I'm giving you ample opportunity to use your favorite skill trigger if you want.
All right then, I'm falling for the bait. Fine, apply fist to face.
Can you roll it for me?
I assume that's what you're referring to, unless you want me to seduce him.
See, that skill.
Oh yeah,
damn.
you fucking break this guy's nose.
You leave Nick alone.
Ah,
How could I have
dude.
rolled this well with the fucking kaiju?
Maybe the kaiju just needs to insult your friends more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sock him right in the nose, and he full on, like, goes to fall backwards, and a couple of his buddies catch him, sorry. Man, it's your deal, dude.
You're a grease monkey. Don't forget your place. That guy has more qualifications than you, and you're far more disposable.
Okay. Sorry, sir. And they
Meanwhile,
kick.
I'm standing over where I went, just slow clapping.
Yeah, and they'll
Picture that Chinese guy from earlier.
yeah, they'll carry their friend off and head back to the hangar. What were we doing?
For Nicholas.
Sky, I believe.
Yes, we know you want to be doing Sky, but we were looking for Nicholas.
Oh, yeah, you kind of find him
high
in
in the
his,
sky moment, alright?
you go and check in the usual places. He's not in the cafeteria, or you check the bar, but he's not really there either. And finally you go check his lab, and the door is open, and even though it's like the middle of the day, he is passed out on the desk. There's a bunch of cans of kaiju energy drink, and a lot of
Slurp it down!
and a lot of blueprints scattered all over the place, and he's just face first passed out.
Looks like he had a good time.
He probably hasn't had sleep in days. And I pick up the closest blueprints and start looking at it.
Yeah, you see, there's blueprints for Ursa Raiden, and there's highlighted points on different sections of the inner frame, and then there is another set of blueprints that looks like a much more advanced version of Ursa Raiden, but of a Jaeger with a similar build type to Ursa, with the same areas highlighted, and in between the hard points that are highlighted, you see on the blueprint written synthetic weave.
Are we getting some upgrades?
I don't think a Jaeger would look good with a wig.
I'm guessing that's not hair.
Oh!
I mean, it's not on its head.
The synthetic
And it's not there
muscle
either.
tissue.
Yeah.
That makes more
But-
sense.
I thought that was for Mark IVs.
I suppose they might want to try that on a different Jaeger first.
Yeah, also sitting on the desk, you'll
Sounds
notice...
exciting to me. I'd be game.
You notice
Well, you're
a...
always game.
What's it called? Doctorate from about a year ago. Very thick, research document, and on the title, it says artificial tissue replication.
This sounds more biological than mech-like.
I suppose if they incorporate biological things inside of a Jaeger, it's going to be easier to repair if it's healing itself. But I'm telling you now, if they start getting 12-year-old Jaeger pilots to visit unconscious women in the hospital, I'm walking.
Reference I don't get.
I don't think holding up the figure is gonna make her get it.
I'm not even sure I can explain the scene on Twitch.
Yeah, just don't.
Is this mayonnaise?
Where'd this yogurt come from?
Sky.
The inside of our mech after some time alone.
Sky, would you like to wake him up? I think he might appreciate seeing your face rather than mine when he's regained consciousness.
Yeah, he'll have plenty of time to sleep on our trip to LA. And I'll gently nudge his shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Today it, what time is it?
Mid-afternoon? I don't know, what time
Okay.
is it?
Yeah, it's about mid.
Yeah, isn't that something the players say to fuck you up?
Yeah, it's about mid-afternoon. I said that a bit earlier, I think. Oh, sorry. I've been working on this thing, and I thought one of the newer Jaegers that is using the artificial muscle strands that I was talking about. I noticed that the inner frame is built very similarly to Ronan or to Ursa Raiden, and so I figured that if with the Jaegers getting, or the Kaiju getting bigger and bigger again, and he picks up one of the random energy drink cans, like sloshes it to see if there's anything in it, and downs whatever's left in it. I noticed that the new Mark IV, if modified just slightly, has the same hard points as Ursa Raiden, so I could see if I could retrofit it backwards, and I also could update the OS a little bit and see if that works. It would allow Ursa to be able to pick up and maneuver larger objects than itself.
That'd be extremely useful considering the size of the kaiju that have been coming out of the breach recently.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Of
Plus,
course,
I
that
always
doesn't
like
stop-
trying out new toys.
Later, darling, later. Another eye roll for Shiv. No.
Yeah,
That one was in
yeah.
character, though.
Yes, but being able to lift up these big bastards doesn't necessarily help us if we can't see them.
It's
Well-
true, we don't want to be throwing them away too far so we can't see them anymore.
Yeah, I think with the help of Dr. Nakajima, I think I could probably develop a way of tuning the sensors on the Jaegers so that way we can't lose them visually like we did. So hopefully that won't be a problem anymore. But yeah, if these guys were getting bigger and gaining abilities to help fight us better, then I gotta figure out how to do something. I can't pilot a Jaeger, so I might as well make the Jaegers better.
Can't help but feel that we're one step behind.
Yeah.
I mean, what's next? Are they going to come out with some sort of device that can cripple a Jaeger before it's battle ready?
I don't know. If they can mimic certain organisms on our side, I don't know if they could... what their limits are. But don't worry about that. I design Jaegers faster than they come out of the breach, so I think we'll be okay.
So you've got Ursa Raiden all set?
I might need, it's gonna take some resources to be able to get this done, and that may include making the mechanics work a bit more. They are gonna be happy about that. But if you...
Who cares if they're happy?
If you can grease the wheels in any way with the higher-ups to see if they might be able to allocate some of these resources, that might make things faster.
Go have a talk.
Okay.
She's almost as good with a greasy hand as she is with her mouth. Nitro I rolled.
That doesn't count.
Oh, Nitro, apparently you don't count. Is that just because he's in a wheelchair? That's horrible.
Because Nitro isn't going to make you blush.
I mean, he could set up a pretty... Anyway, where are we going?
If you want to go talk to somebody, you can, but if not, I'll time skip to LA and we can do stuff there as well.
Well, who are we supposed to be talking to get Nicholas's stuff?
Well, he said the higher ups, so if you go find the marshal, you might be able to talk him into it.
Let's go find Marshall.
Okay. You'll find him in the teleconferencing room. He'll have just gotten off the phone with, or gotten off of the call with a bunch of UN leaders. He looks a little bit drained emotionally, like bad news. But Mr. and Miss Steele, sorry. What do you need? What can I do for you?
Everything okay, sir?
Yeah, maybe, not something I really want to talk about right now, but I'll maybe later.
Well, we just came from talking to our dear old Dr. Nick. Not so old, Dr. Nick. And he has some really brilliant ideas for improvements to our Jaegers.
Improvements. That's gonna take a lot of resources that right now we might not have. Are they... How important are they?
It increases our
important.
chances of taking a kaiju down.
It's about as important as saving a city of 5 million people, if not the world.
What my so eloquent husband said.
And Sky, can you make me a pull rank with 1 accuracy? Because your husband chimed in.
She's not the only one who's good with her tongue.
He sits and furrows his brow, rubs his chin. Yeah, if I think I can maybe get something worked out, and we might be able to get it done.
That's good to hear. He will be happy to know that, and I'll be happy to be in that Jaeger.
Alright, well, unless you have anything else, I'll probably be at the bar.
Have a drink for us. I think we're going to be a little busy.
Cheers. And then he leaves the room.
Whoa. As we're going, I'm gonna go to pat my lovely wife on the backside, realize not that cheek, and then just slide my hand into her back pocket on the cheek that's not healing.
You have to put some more lotion on that later for me.
Is lotion what we're calling it now?
I mean on the tattoo.
Oh! Before or after?
Yes.
Good point.
Maybe a little during.
We've got enough time to go to our quarters, haven't we?
That's what I was thinking.
Gratuitous sex scene, please, Nitro.
And it fades to black.
Baseball.
Yeah, we time jump.
Is the Jaeger in the Shatterdome yet?
Yeah.
No, it's on the Miracle Mile. Down further.
We time skip a few days.
This is Nitro eye rolls now.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to do the eye roll counter for the stream. Oopsie. Yeah, we make our way to Los Angeles. You guys, settle in. The, Shatterdome is opened up, and the, Ursa Raiden is put in there along with, Romeo Blue. If you would like, you can, leave, because it's right on the shore of Los Angeles. So if you would like to go out to town to do anything, you can do stuff around the Shatterdome. The usual people are there. The Marshal, Nicholas, Dr. Nakajima, and now you also have
got one for the
Trevin.
Shatterdome.
Yeah.
So I'm looking up at Romeo Blue. I assume Sky's with me. Why has it got a massive fin in front of its face? Surely that obscures its view.
Maybe one eye on either side? Maybe it's cross-eyed.
It's really, I mean, I can see why it would be there for a defensive move or something. It's just looks really out of place.
It's rather phallic. Maybe they're trying to compensate for something.
That would explain the overly long arms. She's no Ursa Raiden.
Oh, Lord, no.
Should we check in with the crews, or do you want to go wandering before we go into town?
That's probably a good idea to check in.
Yeah, you go to check in, and sorry, I'm just making sure I have all my sounds up. Yeah, you see that there's one person that you can immediately talk to that's kind of working on something in the foot, wrenching, with a wrench. Their jumpsuit is like a dark purplish color, and it's weird. You've never seen somebody that's done it with a jumpsuit before, but it's got that like that ironed on like patch for the whole back on the back of the jumpsuit, and it is a tattoo styled depiction of a triceratops that is painted in rainbow watercolor designs. And just from the back you see that they have some faded purplish hair.
I know who that's a reference to.
Are they working on
Ursa,
Romeo
yeah.
or Ursa?
Ursa. Because I assumed you wanted to go find your crew.
Yeah.
You're better at talking to new people than I am. I've got a reputation for punching them in the face now.
It's a good shot, though.
He deserved it.
He did. Hey, what you doing?
Oh, and they kind of get up and they stop wrenching on whatever they were working on, because I don't know microanatomy for Jaegers. Hey, sorry, yeah, you must be Miss Steele and Mr. Steele. They give a knowing nod to Jake. And they immediately outstretch their hand for a handshake, and you realize that they have oil and dirt and grime all over. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. Most of the people I interact with are in the same predicament. They start wiping their hands on their jumpsuit.
Hello, my name is Jake Steele!
And they reach out, hey, didn't know you had an accent. That's a new one on me. Hi, my name's Theodore. I know Nicholas has told you that that he runs the main crew from up above, but I kind of run it from below. So it's nice to finally meet you, though.
It's always a hard decision whether or not you're going to start from the bottom and work up, or start from the top and work down.
Variety's the spice of life.
Is that
Keeps
like
you on your toes.
Is that like a sex thing?
Literally. Yes.
Okay.
Please, call me Sky. Nice to meet you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. But what can I do you for?
Checking in. See what you got going on.
Yeah, we just got the specs from Nicholas about the weaving that he designed. I'm pretty impressed that he was able to retrofit it the way he did, but it's gonna work. And I like to keep my hands busy, so I'm not complaining.
You sound like a much more competent mechanic than we had to deal with up in Alaska. Happy to have you working on her.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I heard that, and also you would have noticed, I should retroactively tell you this. This was the person that was sitting with Nicholas that didn't leave until they finished their food. Yeah. I'm
I'd like
kind
to
of
apply fist effect. No.
not the same one you punched. But they at least stuck with him until they were like, all right, I'm done. See ya. Yeah. I'm kind of glad that we got an entirely new crew down here in Los Angeles. You know, they're not gonna ship the entire crew down, right? Those guys weren't the greatest. I don't know if Nicholas knows yet, but I heard what she did to one of them, at least. I appreciate it. These guys were assholes.
Asshole got what he deserved.
Yeah. Should have seen how much his face swelled up the next day. Guy could barely talk.
I applied my fist to his face with brute force.
I hear Jaeger pilots are good at that.
Sometimes. Depends on how the dice rolls.
Well, yeah, like I said, we've got this going on, and we're getting this done, and hopefully you won't have to be sent out a second time in a row, but you know the world these days, you never know what you're gonna get.
How long till she's ready?
I'd say hopefully a week at most. We kind of have to work fast, so.
Just gotta keep this kaiju off for a week.
Mm-hmm.
How many other Jaegers are based here?
At the moment, just Romeo. The only real reason we had 3 up until you guys moved up at Anchorage is, you know, that's where they build the darn things, so.
How come Romeo's still in active service? She's a Mark 1.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm surprised too, but for a Mark 1, she's pretty impressive. I mean, hell, that thing raised almost 4 times more than your Mark 3 does.
Yeah, but ours doesn't have a great big fin in front of its face for some obscure reason.
Yeah, I actually don't remember why that's there, so you're just going to have to...
Keep making fun of it.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the Mark 4 or Mark 1s are a little bit slow because of their weight. So that one's actually equipped with a lot more long-range armaments to deal with it before getting up close and personal. I hear it has a really, like, meaty uppercut that they call the... shit, I didn't write it down. The trachea break. I remembered.
Gotta get close enough first.
Yeah.
Who's
amazing.
piloting her these days?
Oh, the twins, Bruce and Trevin. Haven't met him personally.
Say
but-
Traven.
Trevin. It's
I hope he
Traven with
doesn't
an
drink
E.
rum when he's on a drop.
You know, when I wrote these down, I didn't even make that connection. But, yeah, I don't know much of them personally. They're the ones that, kind of are all over the place promoting the Jaeger program to the general public. You know, they're on TV shows and in front of Rolling
Those
Stone.
guys, yeah.
Yeah. They're
And
decorated
posers.
military members, though, so they definitely keep up a good facade.
So are we.
So I've heard. Only reason why they're the ones being promoted is they were the second ever kaiju when using a Jaeger. So, I mean, first one got real messed up. Granted, the thing was a prototype, but
There's not many Mark 1s still on the active service.
no. I think it's just Horizon, Romeo, and Cherno, and I don't think Cherno's ever going out of commission. The thing's built like a tank.
Romeo's certainly looking better than Horizon.
Yeah, Horizon was one of the first Jaegers ever built, so it's not aging well.
So is Romeo ready for action if there's a kaiju attack while Ursa's down?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but the over here in, on the eastern hemisphere, they seem to design and upkeep better Jaegers. Nothing against Horizon. I think it's kind of cool looking, but
Is there anyone you think we should check in with before we head out into LA?
not that I can think of. But if you do see Nicholas, tell him I said hi. I haven't seen him in a while. You know, him and I actually went to high school together.
He probably should be sleeping.
Knowing him, he's probably knocked out anyway. It's, yeah, the sun's still out, so he's probably asleep.
Does he need a rouse check?
Is that like that? You're referencing like
Well,
a...
to be roused from his sleep, you know, if he's sleeping in the day.
You talking about that vampire sex game?
We've had more sex in this game than we've had in VTM.
And you're the storyteller.
You know about that. Have you been shooting video again?
I mean, in a sense, but not the sense that you're implying, no.
Maybe we should.
And with that...
Well, I was watching back some of the old tapes, so yeah, we should probably make a new one. It's been a couple of months.
Yeah.
We haven't got one with the new tattoo featured in it either.
Oh, true. Very true.
You see Theodore get visually uncomfortable and just go, I'm gonna go back over here. Like I said,
Oh, sorry. We should leave you to your work.
yeah.
I mean, we've got a week.
Doesn't take
We
a
should
week
check.
to film.
It doesn't take a week to film, but no, we need to rehearse. Should we go and see if we can find Nicholas, do you think?
Yeah, maybe we should check in on him, make sure he's still alive.
We should also try and check in with the marshal. I don't think we've said anything to him yet. And it's probably good protocol to check in with
Yeah.
the field marshal.
We probably should stop by Dr. What's his name too. Not that he wants us to.
Oh, Dr. Knackers, of course.
Yeah.
Let's work our way up the command chain. We'll start with, well, who do you think we should start with, darling?
Why don't we get Dr. Knackers out of the way?
I like how you think. Knackers first.
Just makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see your Knackers then, Nitro.
Yeah, you take a look around the entire facility and, you can't, I mean, it's not unusual, but you can't really seem to find anybody. They're all probably off doing something else.
So we can't find Dr. Nakajima?
No, he's weirdly not in his office.
Should we see if we can find him, or do you want to just go straight to... I'm just going to say Nick.
No, I'm saying, like, all
Yeah.
three of them, like, they're kind of
Oh.
just off doing something at the moment.
Oh, the Field Marshal, the Dr. Nakajima, and
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Nick. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go for a drink then.
In the bar here, or do you want to go into the city itself?
I mean, we're here. I guess we should see the city.
I'll call us a Juba.
What would you like to do in the city? Because you can do whatever. I mean, it's not going to be a whole
This is LA,
a
right?
scene or anything. Yeah.
I hear there's a game studio there that has my interest.
Which one?
Which one?
Let's
Cloud
see.
Empire Pastime.
I was it Cumulus Empire?
Oh, that game studio. Yeah, it's 2017. No, they ran out of money.
Oh! Shots fired.
It's an alternate universe where kaiju are attacking. Of course they ran out of money.
It's a scam anyway.
Yeah.
Never got my fucking JPEG. What is that to do? I mean, you say we can do anything, but I mean, what
I'm
is
not
that to
really-
do in this city?
Yeah, I'm not really gonna make. I don't really have anything, like
Oh,
full
right.
on
So
for
we could
you.
just go out, say,
Yeah.
just want to go for a drink somewhere, nice restaurant.
Yeah, I said go for
catch
a drink.
movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then we'll come back and... yeah, do that.
Did
So if I mean, unless when we come back everyone's in a position, otherwise we'll just say we retire to our private quarters for the night.
Sleep peacefully.
Yeah, you can just go out and do whatever you want. But do you want to play any of that out, or do you want to just
Yes, I really do.
okay
But we
Means
can't do
out
it
on the town.
Twitch.
out in the town? Yeah.
Oh,
You don't have
Okay,
to. I'm just
and would
asking
I-
if you do.
would I know of given my Secret Service background and all that sort of thing? Would I know if there's any under-the-counter businesses that deal in kaiju remains in this city?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Wasn't planning on that, but
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, okay. I would like to find this place.
Hmm.
And I'm not interested in buying any kaiju bone powder.
Are you sure?
You
It's
don't need
good
it.
for male potency. I take it myself.
He doesn't need it.
No, have you seen my wife? I really don't need anything else. Do I know the name of the guy who's running this or anything? Do I have any information like that? Come on, think of your favorite Szechuan restaurant and your favorite historical figure. Golden Grey.
Golden Grey.
Golden
Yeah.
Alexander.
Golden
Grey.
Alexander.
Okay.
No, I like Alexander. Golden Alexander works.
Golden Alexander. Okay. That's a fucking porn name.
Fuck yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'd like to speak with Golden Alexander, the kaiju remain dealer, not the adult movie industry actor.
Right.
I mean, we are in LA.
What does a guy like you even want?
What do you mean, a guy like me?
Type
feel
that
like
doesn't
I-
need bone powder.
Yeah. What exactly are you looking for? Yeah, that's
No, I
my
just thought I'd have
question.
a laugh. I'm just looking to see the state of the industry and see what kind of things we can expect. You've probably heard of us. We're very successful Jaeger pilots.
Oh yeah, that's why I recognize you two. Now I'm even more intrigued.
It's always good to have contacts.
Well, since you are Jaeger pilots and that Shadow Dome they just built, just opened up, this guy is slowly turning Brooklyn.
I think that's Nitro's default accent.
I think it is, yeah. I'm just gonna make this guy thirsty. You know, if that Shadow Dome just opened, right? I heard Stacker Pentecost might be there. He's ahead of this whole thing, isn't he?
Do you think we can reveal that information, Sky?
I mean, we don't necessarily know.
It's not something I really want to touch either.
Well, either way, I hear he's usually over in Hong Kong, and there's a guy that in this business that's known real big out there, and he really likes to be put in touch with Stacker, maybe make a deal between the Jaeger program where, I don't know, we give you certain parts to do your research or whatever, and we get first dibs.
What's the guy's name in Hong Kong?
Hannibal Chow, then, I don't know.
Weird name.
Yeah.
Seems like a really pretentious guy. I bet
Yeah.
he's got incredible shoes, though.
He does like his shoes. I don't get what what his name's all about. I don't think it's his real name, but I'm not sure where he got it from. I just copied some porn stars.
I mean, Hannibal Chow, it kind of sounds like a favorite villain from a movie mixed with a random word for food.
It is Hong Kong.
Exactly.
Now, unless you want kaiju bone powder.
Wait a minute. So you're Golden, whatever we said, Alexander.
Alexander.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say Golden Gary. That's something else entirely. Well, Have you got a card or anything like that? Perhaps we can at least set up an arrangement meeting.
Yeah, and he pulls out a card that is blank. Just, take a little black light on it and look around the city. It'll help you find your way.
If we pull out a black light in the middle of our quarters, it's going to look like a Jackson Pollock painting.
Are you sure you don't want some kaiju bone powder? It's
Really?
Obviously, we don't need it.
It's $500 a pound.
Sounds like a waste of money.
Hey, you should see that people in Chinatown love this stuff. All the what's it called? The what's that medicine? That type of medicine called? Where it's all like superstitious stuff. Can't think of it. Whatever.
Alternative medicine?
Yeah, you know that people out, fuck it, this guy seems shady. You know, foreigners all love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, in Chinatown they might need that, but look down, look back up, work.
Suit yourself. Unless you need something else, I'm gonna go back to deshelling kaiju, whatever they're called, the things.
Skin lice.
Skin lice, thank you.
I don't know why I remember that. One. I'm going to do my Columbo thing. One more thing. Do you know, or can you recommend a decent Chinese restaurant around here?
Yeah, P.F. Chang's.
I think we're done here.
I was expecting something with the word golden in the title, but okay.
Did you guys make your way back after a lovely night out? Or would you like to do anything
All
else?
the nice places.
Nice P.F. Chang's. Yeah, do you guys want to do anything else in town, or do you want to head back?
Golden Alexander, isn't that what we did in the shower 3 days ago?
Yes. I could have taken that further, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to risk that one.
That still counts as a blush.
Me or him?
You.
Oh, okay.
Shoot. Oops. Yeah, you guys
It was
begin-
hard. It was hard for me to tell you that's what it was called at the time because my mouth was full.
You guys begin making your way back to...
Never seen anyone swallow so much before in my life.
You begin to make your way back to the Shadow Dome, and once you're about a block away, you hear what sounds like a shriek from a girl. What do you do?
That's normal for LA. Should we carry on going?
No, we should check it out. I start
you-
walking in that direction.
Yeah,
Just
you-
assuming he'll follow.
You make your way to the alley you think you heard the scream come from, and there's a young girl, kind of like in the middle of the alleyway, and on each side of her, kind of slowly moving towards her, are just two homeless looking dudes. And one of them's like, "Come on, kid. Doing that voice again. Come on, kid, just give me whatever you got, and we'll leave you alone.
Just for legal reasons, we are going to say this kid is 21 plus, right?
They're mugging her.
What?
She does not.
They're mugging her.
They're mugging her. She doesn't appear very old though. Like mid-teens.
Could leave her if she's stupid enough to be outside when she's this young. She's just going to do it again.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're very close to the Shadow Dome though, so.
Should we go in a
can't
fight
just leave
face?
her. Yes. Hey, you! What is scum like you doing out here?
Hey, mind your own business.
You don't talk to my wife like that.
Don't you know who I am?
No, and I don't really care. And he finally turns around to see you, and he knows he does have a knife in his hand.
Okay, I'm going in and punching the flying face
Okay.
to face, please.
I'm trying to pull
Oh,
a rank,
it
but I don't know what to do with it.
Actually, I thought about this. You can, in this situation, if you want to, I would say your take control counts. After reading the description of, because take control is use force, violence, or presence of will or direct action to take control of something. So I would allow that if you wish to roll that.
I mean, if you want to do that, honey, but he besmirched your honor, and I wish to apply my fist to his face for that.
Well, there's two of them.
Well, you
Only
take
one
that
of them.
guy, I'll take this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that. This isn't the time for that.
We can do that later.
Yeah, if you want to attack him, go ahead. Yeah, he kind of swipes at you a couple times. You dip and dodge left to right, and then you give one nice clean right hook to the guy that besmirched your wife, and then Sky, you kind of rush past him and give a nice knee right to the guy's gut. He falls over holding his stomach. They kind of go, oh, come on. Actually, no, yeah, good point. You kick him in the nads.
Yeah.
Duh. Whatever, and they just both run off.
What happened to the knife?
I'll say it just fell on the ground.
I'm going to pick that up and pocket it, just so I'm going to keep that safe.
Okay. Yeah, you now have a knife.
It's not for use or anything. It's just I'm a responsible adult, and I don't feel I
Gotcha.
should leave a bladed weapon out on the streets.
I see your logic. I got you. Okay. Yeah, that's no problem.
To the girl. Hey, how are you?
She looks at you very confused. She still looks a little bit scared, and oops, I left the volume thing up on screen. Oopsie daisy. She looks at you kind of still scared and confused. And she just goes, arigatou gozaimasu, and runs off towards the Shadow Dome. Sorry, that was my best attempt, Shiv.
No, I figured out who it is.
But yeah, she takes off towards the Shadow Dome. And probably a little bit quicker than you could try and stop her or anything. But she's headed in a safe direction. You would know.
This knife is cheap as shit.
Of course it is.
I want to walk over to a wall and just break the blade on the side of the wall.
Yeah. That's fine.
Probably just made
Cool,
it sharper,
responsible adult.
pointier.
Is there anything else you would like to
Full
do?
responsible adult. Well, that's our good deed of the day done.
I mean, that was quite hot.
Are you thinking
when
what
you
I'm
stood up for
thinking?
me like that. Pinochle.
I think I've cleaned up the bruises from the last time. Shall we?
Yeah, you make it back to the Shadow Dome just fine. Is there anything else you would like to
Oh
do?
yeah, I'm going to shatter her dome.
Is there anything else you would like to do
I roll double.
before I fade to black for the 5th time this game?
Yeah, and that guy thought he could sell me fucking bone powder. Should be selling him bone powder. I mean, it's just going to be a quickie, so 2-3 hours later. That includes the time it takes to eat the pizza.
Yeah, sounds like are you searching for something in particular afterwards?
I think we're both waiting to speak with Dr. Knackers, say hello to Dr. Nick. Hi, Dr. Nick. And check in. Check in with the Marshal. And if we could find Stack of Pentecost, I would love to hear your Stack of Pentecost impression.
It's a good thing I wrote it so you'll never hear it.
Today, we are cancelling the apocalypse.
Today we are cancelling.
Christ, neither of us did a very good one there, really.
I was doing a goofy one anyway. I wasn't trying. Yeah, no, Dr. Nakajima and, Nicholas are still, to be found. But you do find the Marshal at the bar. If you'd like to speak with him.
Honey, I believe we should make our introductions to our new commanding officer.
No, it's still Dustin.
We know him already.
I believe we should say hello to our current commanding officer again in our new location.
I'll go up and sit next to him at the bar. May I join you?
Hey, yeah. You guys have a good night out. And you'll notice he's kind of, he's nursing a whiskey. Kind of just sitting there swirling the ice, watching the ice go around the glass.
I mean, just for, in case it matters, I picture him in... Oh, I'm going to regret saying this. I picture him in the middle, and us either side.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. Yeah, and he kind of throws back the little bit that he had left, and he taps the bar, and the bartender gives him a knowing nod, begins pouring him another one. So you guys, want anything?
Your usual, darling.
Yes, please.
2 Jack Daniels and Cokes.
I drink that.
Yeah, bartender gives you a knowing nod. Pours your one. Pours you both one. Those, higher ups at the U-Land, they have no idea what it's like, do they? Do you know what they told me
I
today?
thought they were...
That the Jaeger program is becoming too expensive. And much more feasible means are being looked at. Including And I don't even kid saying this. A giant wall.
Kind of,
What, a wall along all of our coastline?
Mm-hmm.
kind of fucked up, idiotic moron would think a wall's going to be effective.
You got me there.
Who's gonna pay for it? The kaiju?
No, but it's apparently cheaper than building multi-billion-dollar skyscraper-sized machines that can punch them in the face.
And are effective. I mean, what's the long-term goal here? Fill the ocean with kaiju even if the wall works?
We don't even know why they're still coming through. So, who knows?
So what are they doing? What are the consequences for the PPDC?
They're going to be continuing funding to the Jaeger program for another couple of years at most. After that, I don't know if we're going to be able to upkeep anything anymore.
So they're gonna build a wall at the cost of millions of lives.
Well, I don't know. It's all just really fucked up, if you ask me. I have no idea what's going on in there. Those eggheads think that solving a problem this complex is that easy.
Well, funnily enough, I'm going to reach into jacket pocket, pull out a card, which I hope you can't see details of, unless you can read fucking kanji, and hand it over to the Martian and say, well, this won't exactly keep the PPDC fully funded, but I think it would help take a bite out of finances.
What do you mean? I assume you're pulling out the blank card I gave you earlier.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is a contact card for, how should I say, kaiju enthusiast collectors.
I'll shine the
those-
black light on it at that point.
Those types,
Don't
yeah.
ask why we have that, sir.
Look, I don't care what you get up to in your personal lives. You're good fighters. That's all that matters. The only thing I
Did
have
it
to
more
worry
than
about.
that.
The only thing I have to worry about.
Yes, I think you should.
At the end of the day, all I'm glad about is the fact that when you get in that Jaeger, you make sure you become a fixed point. And that's all I need.
You just keep those Jaegers running for us.
I'll try. But yeah,
Or walking swiftly.
if this is what I think it is, or an open invitation of some kind, like knowing Stacker, he might take advantage of it. I'm gonna go try and give it to him. I think he's getting ready to leave, but I won't bother you with it. By the way, before I leave, he talked to me earlier. He wanted me to thank you too. He said that you showed yourself as real heroes outside of the Jaeger today. I'm not quite sure what he meant by that, because he didn't really elaborate. The guy's very, very close to the chest with his personal stuff. But between this and what you guys did earlier, whatever it was, he seems to have taken a real liking to you two. He said he's making sure that Ursa's got the most firepower it can have. And I would like you, if you still have Ursa's character sheet up, under the Kaiju Busters weapon type, in the damage next to explosive, can you add plus 1d6 to that?
Instead of plus 1d3?
No, it should say 1d3 plus 1d6.
Or like, that?
Yeah, I think
that
so.
works.
Okay.
Said he...
It's an incredible honor. We would love to thank him in person.
He's a busy man. He's about to get going, so...
We can run.
No, you guys have had a long day. I got this. And he leaves.
It's no trouble. We would be thrilled to
He's
meet
gone.
the Stack of Pentecost.
He's gone.
Thought he would do that. Well, could you please pass on a message that we will be cancelling the apocalypse for him?
I think he'll like that line.
He should use it.
Maybe one day. Why am I continuing this conversation? He's already left.
Because we're doing movie references to the greatest movie mankind's ever made.
Mm-hmm. And with that, I actually think might call the night there.
Do you want to go back to the quarters for round 4?
We only on 4?
Yeah, it's only 11 p.m.
I mean,
but
I've got more stamina than you do.
I'd like to put that to the test.
Sounds like a challenge.
and by that, I meant...
Shut up, Nitro!
Because, yeah, I don't think we have that much more time for the game, and I've still got some stuff to do planned that I don't think we have enough time for, so I think I will call the game there. And maybe finish it the next time we are available.
Way!
So, thank you all for coming. This was a lot of nerve-wracking
Which
fun.
time?
4th.
I had a lot of nerve-wracking fun. We had a computer crash. I completely forgot how combat worked midway through. And I hope you guys had a lot of fun. And,
Yes, thank you.
MzHartz, would you like to shill anything going on that you have going on?
Well, yes, but I'm not prepared. So tomorrow night, I will be doing my usual I Want My 80s show on the base radio. And that will be with Mark from the Bullet Club special edition. And then Wednesday, we are doing our usual vampire game. And then Saturday, I will be emceeing the Dove Stage Project's Bringing Sexy Back show.
Yeah.
And I will be coming out of my almost 2-year hiatus of dancing. So I will actually be performing at that show as well. It is a live show that will also be live streamed. So if anyone wants tickets to basically get a Zoom link, be able to watch it live, I put a link in chat. And Sunday, I'll be on Soul Citizens.
Hmm.
I think that completes
Was
the
it
week.
Bar Citizen?
Huh?
Is it a Bar Citizen for Solstice?
No, no.
Oh,
It's one of their regular shows.
I mean, Shiv, I know you don't have a command in chat for yourself, because you normally don't have to shield yourself, but is there anything you're involved in that you would like to share?
doing Vampire Masquerade this week. That's at the moment I'm still very much doing a shed load of planning for various games that are upcoming. So yeah, even though it's like one game of VTM a week, at some point soon, God help me, we'll be doing more than one game a week, and we're just going to see these bags appearing. And that's all I've got.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh.
This week, over on the Bullet Club, Nitro will be with me, and we're playing D&D.
Yep. I believe that this our upcoming episode we are beginning our trek through Castle Ravenloft. So that should be a lot of fun.
Can I do the line? Because I never get to do the line. So.
Yes, you do the line.
Yeah, if we're all done and good, you've got the raid. Who are we raiding?
Yep. We're going to raid ELH Mark 1, who, if you don't know, does a lot of stuff for Star Trek Adventures. They're currently playing the Fallout TTRPG, which is from Modiphius as well.
Very nice.
So swing by, say hello. ELH Mark 1 does some games for Star Trek Adventures that I'm just sat here going, how the hell do you come up with this? And run a website for it, and do other games, so... Very good person.
Cool. Very awesome. Yeah, with nothing else I can think of to do, Shiv, give us the line.